G'day guys, my name's Dave Tran and welcome to another GuitarZero2Hero song tutorial. And in this lesson, I'll be teaching you how to play Anywhere by Passenger. So for the basics of this song, you'll need your guitar in standard tuning, no capo, and there's 7 chord shapes that you'll need to learn. Now if you want to master your chords back to front, then be sure to head over to GuitarZero2Hero.com to pick up my free guitar ebook. So the 7 chord shapes are G, C add 9. Now that's essentially the same shape as a G, except you take your index and middle finger and take them down to the 5th and 4th strings. And you're not going to hit the 6th string, you're going to have that muted. That's C add 9. We have E minor 7. So with the E minor 7, we're going to keep our pinky and ring finger here on the 3rd fret of the 1st and 2nd string. Take our index and middle and put them both on the 2nd fret of the 5th and 4th string. We have D, regular E minor, B minor, and B7. I'm going to start by showing you the chord progression that's used in the main riff and also all the verses. And then I'm going to show you the main riff of the song. So for the main riff and the verses, we have 2 lines of chords. Our first line is G, D, and then G. And then our second line is C add 9, E minor 7, and then D. Our strumming pattern is going to go something like this. Down, down, up, down, down, down. Now for each line of chords, there's 1 strumming pattern. Be sure to check out the annotation up here to see where each chord is going to be changing in relation to the strumming pattern. Put it simply, the last 3 strums of that strumming pattern is going to be where we're changing our chords. So the first 2 strums of those last 3 in the first line is going to be on the D chord. And then the last strum in that strumming pattern is back to the G. For the second line, the first 2 strums of those last 3 strums is going to be on the E minor 7. And then the last strum of the 3 is the D. So altogether, the main riff chord progression and the verse chord progression will sound like this. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down. And one more time. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down. So that's it for the riff / verse chord progression, which takes up most of the song. Now we're going to get into the riff of the song, which is a really fun part. So for the riff, we're going to start by sliding our ring finger from the 7th fret of the 4th string up into the 9th. And then with our index finger, we're going to have that on the 7th fret of the 3rd string, and our middle finger is going to be on the 8th fret of the 2nd string. Then we're going to pluck the 3rd string, 2nd string, 3rd string, and back to the 4th string. And so far we have. Then after that, what you're going to do is you're going to bar the 7th fret with your index finger for the 2nd and 3rd strings. You're going to pluck the 3rd and 2nd strings twice. And then with your middle finger, place that on the 8th fret for the 3rd pluck. And so far we have. After that, we take our index finger, place it on the 4th fret of the 4th string, and slide it up to the 5th. Once we're at the 5th, we're going to bar the 5th fret for the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. And then you're going to pluck 3rd string, 2nd string, 3rd string, and then back to the 4th string. So that will sound like this. And then, with our ring finger, we're going to go to the 7th fret of the 4th string, slide back up to the 9th fret, and then with our middle finger, we put that on the 8th fret of the 2nd string, and our pinky goes on the 9th fret of the 3rd string. We're going to pluck those 2 strings together, and then with our index finger, bar down on the 7th fret of the 3rd and 2nd strings, and pluck them 2 together as well. And in total, that first line sounds like this. Now the next time you play it, there's a tiny variation that only occurs at the start of the riff, and it goes like this. So we start with a slide on the 7th fret to the 9th fret of the 4th string, that stays the same. With our index finger, we'll bar down on the 7th fret of the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings. Our middle finger will go on the 8th fret of the 2nd string. We're going to pluck the 3rd string, and then the 1st string, then the second string, and then back to the fourth. And this is what it will sound like. And then everything else will be exactly the same. And altogether, the main riff will sound like this. Now, just before the chorus, when that riff comes in, you only play that first line. That second line with the variation isn't included. The only other variation to this riff is after the first chorus, and it's in that second line. So after we've played that little section with our index finger on the 5th fret, we go to the 9th fret of the 3rd string, put our ring finger there, middle finger goes onto the 8th fret of the 2nd string, and we pluck that twice with the down up, and then index finger on 7th fret for the 3rd and 2nd strings, and we pluck that twice with the down up. So the second line in the riff after the first chorus sounds like this. There's one more small riff to learn, and that's at the outro of the song. So at the outro, the main riff chords are played 3 times. And in that space, you play the riff 3 times as well. You play the first line. You play the variation. And then you play the first line again. And then after that, what you're going to do is you're going to take your ring and your pinky finger and put them on the 9th fret of the 4th and 3rd string. Your middle finger will go on the 8th fret of the 2nd string. And you'll pluck 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 3rd, and then back to the 4th. It'll sound like this. And then from there, you change your position. You'll keep your ring finger there on the 9th fret of the 4th string, but with your index finger, you'll bar that on the 7th fret for the 3rd and 2nd strings, and you'll pluck the exact same strings. And then we'll change positions. You'll move your ring finger up 1 fret, your middle finger will go on the 9th fret of the 3rd string, and your index finger will go on the 8th fret of the 2nd string, and you'll pluck the exact same strings as well. And then with your index and middle finger already on the 2nd and 3rd strings, you'll pluck that with a down up, and then down to the 7th fret barred with your index finger on the 2nd and 3rd strings, and you'll hit that with a down up as well. And then you'll end by putting your middle finger on the 8th fret, ring finger on the 9th fret of the 4th string, and plucking those 3 strings. So the last little bit sounds like this. And that's in the outro. Now back to the chords of the song. And the chorus has 3 lines of chords. Now the strumming pattern we're going to have here is going to go something like this. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up. And in succession, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. Now for the first 2 lines of chords, that strumming pattern is going to be made up of 2 chords. So the first and second chord is going to be in one strumming pattern, and the 3rd and 4th chord is going to be in another strumming pattern. That only applies to the first 2 lines. The point at which you change chords is going to be on that second up strum of that strumming pattern. So it'll sound like this for the first line. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. That first line's played twice, and for the second line of chords, we have this. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. Now for the third line of chords, the C is played for a full strumming pattern, and then we just end on a D with one strum. That's for the first chorus. For the second chorus, the D has its own strumming pattern as well. And for the third chorus, the D is actually played for 2 strumming patterns. So for the first chorus, the third line will sound like this. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up. For the second chorus, that third line will sound like this. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down, down. And for the third chorus, that third line will sound like this. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down, down. We now get to the bridge, and the bridge is an easy 4-chord chord progression. It goes E minor, B minor, C, and D. The strumming pattern is going to be exactly the same as the chorus, and the point at which we change chords is going to be the same as well. So there's 2 chords for every strumming pattern, and the bridge will sound like this. Down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down, down. The final bit I'll teach you is the tiny outro, and this is made up of 5 chords. We have E minor, B minor, C, G, and D. Our strumming pattern for the first 3 chords is going to be down, down, up, down, up. And then for the last 2 chords, the strumming pattern is simply down, up. So the little outro bit will sound like this. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up. And then we just end on a G chord to end the whole song. Now I'm going to be playing the song in its entirety with a vocal backing track on top for some context. So please do just play along, repeat this back as many times as you need to get it right, and see how you go.
Hope you guys have enjoyed this lesson for Anywhere by Passenger. Be sure to head over to GuitarZero2Hero.com to pick up my free guitar ebook. If you've enjoyed this video and you want to see more in the future, then it would help so much if you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave your thoughts, comments and questions below, and I'll see you next time on Guitar Zero to Hero. Cheers.